Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boss Ninja today to show you what I like to do versus mutas. A lot of times nowadays in ZVZs, people rush to the mutas, and when they just get in such mass numbers, you really can't deal with it. So in this scenario, I've got 20 mutas, and I'm going to kill it with 15 Hydralisks. Well, more than that, but 15 Hydralisks. In this scenario, the Hydralisks will lose pretty much like straight up. I believe that in the end, I've done this a good number of times now, and it gets anywhere between 7 to about 10 Mutalisks in the end, depending on exactly like how the outcome came through and stuff. But with that amount, it's just basically a huge landslide, and at that point, you've wasted a tremendous amount of resources, as this person still has 11. That is the highest I've seen yet. 11 mutas in the end. That could easily do tremendous amount of damage. So we only lost 9 mutas versus your 15 Hydralisks. A very good trade from it. And what I want to show you how to nullify a lot of the damage you're doing, because one of the most damage thing that the mutas do, what makes them so strong, is that they have this bounce. When they do an attack, let's see if I can get, yeah, right there. When they do an attack, it goes down, hits a Hydralisks, and then that's the main damage. That's the one that does 9 damage, and then there's like a little bounce, and after that bounce, it does like 3 damage, and the next one does like 1. And so there's 2 bounces with a total of 3 hits. Not per one guy, but per every next guy. And so the reason this hits 9, and then with all these guys hitting 9 here, obviously this one would be dead, and then this guy would already be damaged, like could be already halfway damaged and stuff. And so the reason why this is such a landslide is because of that bounce. You can see the damage in the row before, already getting hurt before they even do a main attack. And because of that, it's just a huge landslide for these mutas to kill these Hydralisks. How you nullify that bounce is, so let's say for demonstration purposes, I just make 20 roaches or something like that. And so we're going to do is the exact same attack, but with these roaches, I'll just be holding here in the center. Every time like a Hydra dies, I'm just going to kind of hug the one that they're approximately going to be attacking or something like that, and just kind of click here in the middle. They may not completely win this scenario, but you'll just see how dramatically of a difference it makes. And I'll do this a couple times just kind of demonstrate my points, but it looks like the Hydras are going to actually win. There you go. 3 Hydralisks won that time. And the reason for that, again, was because of that bounce. That bounce is the thing that does the most damage. That splash is what it is. And being able to have these roaches to take that hit for them saves them a tremendous amount of damage. And so to show you again like what happened there. Remember the first time 11 mutas survived. The next, I think it was 8 mutas survived. So we're doing this again, just to kind of show you like how much more effective it is and stuff. I think we had 3 Hydralisks live last time, and this time we've got 2. And so that's what I have to show you today. The reason you can also do this, one more thing before this, you can do this with any unit. Any unit can take the bounce hit. It doesn't have to be an air, obviously, because as this is the ground. And so you could do it with even lings, for example. If you just had a tremendous amount of them, let's just go ham. And a similar situation will happen again. Lings are typically can go in a little bit more kinks in little areas more than Hydras, so this scenario might have more Hydralisks in the end surviving, simply because the bounce is more likely to hit the Lings than it is the Roaches. And yeah, as you can see, tremendously they survived that time. The reason why I prefer the Roach, though, very, very much so, is that obviously in a scenario where someone's let's just keep the Lings actually. Where someone has a bunch of lings and a bunch of mutas, the guy with the mutas, what he's going to have is just banelings. Like if he just had a good handful of banelings and were to attack in this scenario, the banelings are just going to completely mop up pretty much every single possible unit. And like the mutas there, I don't even know if we lost a single unit there. It just obviously is a landslide. And so roaches are not only safe, but the mutas do next to no damage to them. And so that is why I choose the roaches. You don't particularly need, I've survived with 15 or any real roaches, as long as there's enough to get around the Hydralisks. And then you really just have to worry about the banelings coming in, because that's what this the muta player is going to do. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today as a counter for mass mutas. Thank you very much. You guys have a nice day. Feed the swarm.